Assalamu alaikum everyone. In this video we will discuss what is market, what is competition, demand, law of demand, demand schedule, demand curve, individual demand and market demand and shift in the demand. First we will discuss what is a market. A market is a group of buyers and sellers of a particular good or service. The buyers as a group determine the demand for the product and the sellers as a group determine the supply of the product. Competition. Economists use the term competitive market to describe a market in which there are so many buyers and so many sellers that each has a negligible impact on the market price. Demand. Demand is the amount of a good that buyers are willing and able to purchase, and law of demand states that other things being equal, the quantity demanded of a good falls when the price of the good rises. And demand schedule is a table that shows the relationship between the price of a good and the quantity demanded. This is the demand schedule. This demand schedule shows the relationship price of ice cream and quantity of ice cream. This is Catherine's demand schedule. When price $0, Catherine purchases 12 ice cream, and when price increases 0.5, she buy 10 ice cream. So when price increases, the quantity demanded of ice cream increases. This curve is the demand curve of Catherine's. This curve shows inverse relationship between price of ice cream and quantity of ice cream. Quantity of ice cream demanded is on the horizontal axis and the price of ice cream is on the vertical axis. When price of ice cream $2, Catherine buy 4 ice cream, and when price decreases, when price 1.50, Catherine buy 6 ice cream. So when price decreases, the quantity demanded of ice cream increases. This is the individual demand schedule, and this is individual demand curve. But sum of the individual demand curve is equal to market demand. When price $0 of ice cream, Catherine buy 12 ice cream and Nicholas buys 7 ice cream. Sum of 12 and 7 equal to 19 ice cream. So the market demand is equal to sum of Catherine and Nicholas demand. So sum of the individual demand curve is equal to market demand curve. This is Catherine's demand curve. When price $2, Catherine buy 4 ice cream, and when price $2, Nicholas buy 3 ice cream. And in this demand schedule shows when price $2, Catherine buy 4, Nicholas buy 3, and the sum of 4 and 3 equal to 7. And the sum of Catherine demand and Nicholas demand equal to market demand when price to market demand 7. So individual demand is equal to market demand curve. Any change that raises the quantity that buyers wish to purchase at any given price shift the demand curve to the right. This is initial demand. When demand increases, the demand curve shifts rightward, and when demand decreases, the demand curve shifts leftward, D1 to D3. So any change the law that lower the country that buyers wish to purchase at any given price shift the demand curve to the left. There are many types of goods. First, normal good for which other things being equal, an increase in income leads to an increase in demand. When income increases, the demand of normal good is also increase. And when income decreases, quantity of demanded of normal good decreases. And inferior good for which other things being equal, an increase in income leads to a decrease in demand. So when income increases, quantity demand of this commodity is decreased. And when income decreases, the quantity demand of this commodity increases. Substitutes goods for which an increase in the price of one leads to an increase in the demand for the other. And complements goods for which an increase in the price of one leads to a decrease in the demand for the other. There are many variables that can shift the demand curve. First, we will consider as income. Lower income means that you have less to spend in total, so you would have to spend less on some and probably most goods. If the demand for a good falls when income falls, the good is called normal good. Normal goods are not all the goods are normal goods. If the demand for a good rises when income falls, the good is called an inferior good. An example of an inferior good might be birth rights. As your income falls, you are less likely buy a car or take a cab and more likely to ride a bus. And price of related goods. Suppose that the price of frozen yogurt falls. The law of demand says that you will buy more frozen yogurt. At the same time, you will probably buy less ice cream because ice cream and frozen yogurt are both cold, sweet, creamy dessert. They satisfy similar desire. When a fall in the price of one good reduces the demand for another good, the two goods are called substitutes. Substitutes are often pair of goods that are used in place of each other, such as hot dogs and hamburgers, and sweaters and sweatshirts, and cinema tickets and film streaming service. Now suppose that the price of hot foods falls. According to the law of demand, you will buy more hot foods. Within this case, you will likely buy more ice cream as well because ice cream and hot foods are often used together. When a fall in the price of one good raises the demand for other good, the two goods are called complements. Complements are often pair of goods that are used together such as gasoline and automobiles, computers and software and peanut butter and jelly. And taste. The most obvious determinant of your demand is your taste. If you like ice cream, you buy more of it. Economists normally do not try to explain people's taste because tastes are based on historical and physiological force that are beyond the realm of economics. Economists do, however, examine what happens when tastes change. An expectation Your expectation about the future may affect your demand for a good or service today. If you expect to earn a higher income next month, you may choose to save less now and spend more of your current income buying ice cream. If you expect the price of ice cream to fall tomorrow, you may be less willing to buy ice cream cone at today's price. A number of buyers, in addition to the setting factors which influence the behavior of individual buyers, market demand depends on the number of these buyers. If the printer were to join Catherine and Nicholas as another consumer of ice cream, the quantity demanded in the market would be higher every price and market demand would increase. Variables that influence buyers. The price of good represent a movement along the demand curve. This curve, this curve is the movement along the demand curve and income. For income changes, shift the demand curve and price of related goods trace expectation and number of goods. In this case, demand curve shift and represent the movement along the demand curve only